All right, Richard, I'm assuming you've seen this. You're up to date on X, the Alex Golesh report, and that he's reportedly accepted the job for Arkansas. Any thoughts as we bring you in this morning and get going on that?
Well, I'm going to be like a lot of you guys, a lot of fans. I'm going to have to learn about him. If indeed he's the guy. I've sent a few texts out. I haven't got any answers back. Obviously what he's done at South Florida is impressive. He's turned around a program, and you got to give him credit there. And probably the best thing, he's married to a Greenwood lady. So, he has good taste for his women, I guess, So, it's always, I'm sure she's thrilled. If this is the case, she's thrilled to be able to be closer to family, and she's well known in Greenwood. I was just texting somebody that from Greenwood, and that was the first thing that this person commented on was, her and knowing how excited that she'll be.
I wonder if this has anything to do potentially, like you said, if it ends up being true with the kid from Georgia, the offensive tackle Ben Mugbenga, and his recommitment to the program. I think they're still double-digit wise. Could you see that, RD, being the case at all when it comes to his him recommitting to Arkansas?
As far as knowing who the next guy was going to be or something like that?
And if Mateos was going to stick around, something like that.
Yeah. Based on what I've heard, that's not the case. It's just that he just loves Arkansas, obviously, even in the most difficult situation that we're talking about. I mean, he just really, truly loves Arkansas and really likes Coach Mateos. So it'll be interesting going forward to see what happens. I did see that, he was offered by South Florida during the recruiting process, so maybe he's got a previous relationship with the staff there, and feels comfortable enough to still come. He's an outstanding football player, but an outstanding kid too. So that'd be a nice addition, no doubt.
Richard, the other big news of the recruiting week has been Kane Archer's decommitment. Speaking of Greenwood kids, Kane Archer from Greenwood decommitting from Central Florida and committing to Utah. Tell us more about this situation as he goes from one Big 12 school to another.
Well, I just think that they thought it was obviously a better fit. And I'll be honest with you, of all the programs out there that are, similar to Arkansas, and one program I really, really admire is Utah. They're consistently good. They're just like Arkansas. They have to develop. And you got to give the coach there a ton of credit. I mean, that program is consistently better than average and wins at a pretty high clip. And Utah is not a bed of talent. So I can understand why Utah would be attractive. Utah is probably one of my favorite programs, other than Arkansas to follow. It's amazing how good that they are on a consistent basis.
And I still wonder. I mean, because obviously the coaching situation isn't settled. I believe I'm just speaking for myself that if Kane had an opportunity to come to Arkansas under the right coaching staff and the right situation, I still think this is where his heart's at, but this is his best opportunity. But it'll be interesting to see as time plays out, whether it's now or down the road and with the portal and everything involved. I still think the odds are pretty good that he'll have a chance at Arkansas sometime down the road.
Well, I tend to think so, too. I mean, whoever the new coach is, they're going to come back in and they're going to evaluate all the talent that's, currently committed out of state. Now, obviously, NIL is going to play a factor, so there's no guarantee that they would still come if the coach wants to recruit them. But, if all things are even, some of the kids I think would probably, definitely strongly consider Arkansas along with Kane. So, if the hire is, and I figure the hire will be official sometime this weekend, And then all heck will break loose for quite some time. The dead period starts on Monday, which means the coaches can't be off campus and talk to kids, and kids can't be on campus to visit. So it's all going to be, most of it's going to be just through, communication on Zoom, FaceTime, what have you, with the coaches. And obviously the early signing period's the 3rd through the 5th. So you come in and you try to salvage what you can as far as a recruiting class, and then also start focusing on the transfer portal that opens January the 2nd, and then you focus. You also continue to focus on the high school class because you can still try to sign guys in the February signing period. So it's going to be fun.
Richard Davenport with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, courtesy of House of Webster. RD, as far as the game ahead this weekend, who do you expect to start, KJ Jackson or Taylon Green?
If I had to lean to anybody, I would probably say KJ, just because he is the future. And I know people are kind of down on Taylon, and I get it. I mean, that one interception or toss, whatever he did, was so ill-advised that Arkansas probably wouldn't be in a lot of games without him. But he does have a tendency to maybe make a bad decision, and that was definitely one of them. But KJ, to me, could be the future of Arkansas, because it all depends on the new head coach. Does the new head coach bring somebody else in? I mean, to be the guy. So we'll see. All I know is that of all the years of me doing this, KJ Jackson's probably one of the more impressive young men I've ever come across. And whatever happens, I wish him the best.
Richard, I know this weekend's also sad for you and your colleagues. It's the weekend we lost Bob Holt about a year ago today, calling it the Bob Holt game. Bob, obviously a graduate of the University of Missouri. This occurred this past weekend. What's that been like as kind of gearing up for this weekend as well, having that asset to it?
Yeah, well, it'd just be a reminder, and I think the thing is, I mean, I think about Bob, quite often, ever since last year, and just miss him, and I just think about some stuff, He had so much knowledge of the program, and he knew so many people, and he could just about call anybody from the past and get comments from former coaches or players, and he just had so much knowledge of the program, and I think sometimes you look at that and you miss it, and obviously him as a person.
Richard Davenport with us here, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, as we get ready for a big weekend. Are you centering your day? We were talking about this earlier. Is your entire Thanksgiving day kind of planned around, pivoting around the Arkansas-Duke game? Because, I mean, fortunately, Thanksgiving is generally not a day where people eat later in the evening or families gather for the first time of the day in the evening. But I think a lot of people are planning their days around, hey, we got to eat at noon or 2 so I can get drive back home and be in front of the TV for that game on Thursday night at 7.
No, it changes everything, doesn't it? I mean, it's going to be such a huge game, and so many eyes are going to be on it because it's on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I'll probably be driving back home. I'll be going down to Central Arkansas for Thanksgiving, and probably be driving home. I'll probably try to hopefully be able to get the second half, but I'll definitely be listening to it. And that's the good thing, obviously with Cal. I mean, he loves these primetime games where, everybody in the country is watching, and I'm sure the ratings are going to be crazy for it, and I expect it to be a great game too.
It's matched up. Help me, Colton, you might correct me on this. You've got Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Chiefs, and then Ravens, Bengals. So it's not going up against like a great NFL game, if I remember that right. So, and you're going to have people.
Well, some of those are obviously earlier in the day. So,
well, yeah, that's what I said. The order of 12, 3:30, and then 7 o'clock.
Right.
I think it's and
it's on CBS. I mean, nothing against the Maui Invitational or the Battle for Atlantis. ESPN's wildly popular, but being on CBS following an NFL game will be probably worth another 1 million viewers.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a basketball fan, that's going to be the game that you're going to be tuned into.
Yeah, and there'll be, let's be honest, there'll be a lot of people around the country that tune in just to root against Cal. I mean, he's kind of like the Cowboys. People either love or hate the Dallas Cowboys. There's not a lot of in between. There's not a lot of indifference. Cal's one of those guys that, hey, there's nothing better on. I'm going to watch this game, and Duke's the same way. You don't have to have a dog in this fight. You don't have to be a Razorback or a Dookie to have an interest in this game and probably pick one side or the other pretty quick.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. There's two teams that fans can dislike for different reasons. So some fans would just be watching to see if the one that they don't like crashes and burns or something.
You don't always win your first bet. That's why MyBookie has you covered. Use our code HOGS, HOGS, and your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. If your pick doesn't hit, you get it right back with our Bet Back bonus. Go to mybookie.ag and use the code HOGS to claim your Bet Back bonus. MyBookie's where bettors win together, because bragging's good, but cashing in is better. And your first bet is fully covered. Use our code HOGS.
Must opt in during the bet to use the Bet Back bonus.